Yes, guys. So today I am going to tell about what is BIM. Okay. The subject of BIM, what is the advantage and what are the benefits we will get from the BIM. So I will teach you these courses of all MEP services as well as architectures, and we have to go through this subject, what is the benefit in that. So BIM is most probably nowadays, whenever the construction is going on in the market, so all the companies, all the contractor companies and consultant companies are using BIM, because the BIM will be give many benefits which is required in day-to-day life while presenting and constructing the project. Because nowadays whenever any new construction is going on, so that time we are utilizing BIM, because BIM will be give many benefits which is required for the construction while constructing the projects. Because in AutoCAD right now, before BIM we are utilizing AutoCAD 2D diagram. So 2D line diagram we will understand some things, we are not unable to understand something. So there will be a huge difference will be there. So in BIM we will create the model in 3D as a Revit as a tool. So with the help of that Revit we can able to utilize the model presentation and modeling creation for the projects, which is helpful in our day-to-day life. So for this we are going to take this all classes from from basic to advanced, and from at the project stage how it is going to be executed, that also everything we will explain you. So subject wise you will get all the benefits, and subject wise how we will design these projects, how it will be going to utilize, everything I will teach you in proper way. So you just focus on the course, the BIM syllabus and the concept and process, you will get many benefits around on this the modeling and coordination of all services, including MEP as well as architecture, everything you will get it in a platform. Okay, so we will start with this BIM and the Revit. So already initially I told you BIM is a concept and process to work in a project. So concept and process we will work in BIM, but Revit is a tool we are going to utilize. So with the help of this concept and process we will utilize Revit for implementing the model, for implementing the presentation, for implementing the coordination, for implementing the project execution, everything it will be there. Okay, so these are the tools and these are the concept and process we will utilize while working in a project. So how it will be work, everything I will explain in proper way. So based on that you can able to understand. Okay, so here B is building. I will write some bigger, no issue. So building yesterday I told you, here building means here all the services like mechanical services, electrical services, then plumbing is nothing but it's a piping services. Okay, here you can write piping. Then architecture services, then structure, civil people can work for the structure, and at last there is a BMS services, building management system. BMS means it's a full name of building management systems, or some people they maybe say building maintenance systems also they may say. So you can write it management, building management means after completion of the MEP services or architecture construction building, then the BMS services will be give the maintenance for all the equipments, all the maintainable equipments. So it will becomes the BMS services. Again they will design their BMS services. So this BMS electronics communication people will be design here the BMS services, electronics and communication, EC. Okay, so here building means mechanical, electrical, plumbing, architecture, structure and BMS. So this 6 services will be consist with a building in BIM. Okay, so here the mechanical people they will work for the mechanical designs, model, presentation, drawings and BIM all information. Here the electrical engineers people, they will work for electrical, and plumbing means the mechanical people only will work for piping, because piping is also comes under the mechanical sections. Architecture people will be work for the architecture, interior designing, exterior design, everything they will work. And structure people, they will work for structure design, like RCC structure and steel, both you have to learn here. Steel structure also you have to learn, RCC also you have to learn. And the BMS people, they will work for building maintenance systems. There will be separate design for the electronics communication people, they will work for that. Okay, so here these 6 services will be consist with our building. Okay, so here the next is I already I told you, it's a information. Okay, information. So information already I told you, information means here it's consist with the properties of the component. Properties means some of the measurement like dimension, length, width, height, some internal properties like physical properties, thermal properties. This comes under properties, means that is information, and these properties we will call as a parameters here. Because whatever the information we will give in BIM, we will call as a parameters. So like if the mechanical people is working any services, like in mechanical we have HVC services, firefighting services. So if you are working in firefighting services, so whatever the piping you are designing, that pipe you have to give the parameters, the length, width, the height, everything you have to mention in that pipe. So the opposite person can easily understand what is the size, whatever the length of the pipe, what type of material they have taken. So everything we have to give the information. So that information we will call as a parameters. So here in BIM, there is no enough, like there is no end information. You can give n number of information. There is no limit. If you give, can give lakhs of information also, if you have that information for that component. So each and every component, when you are giving a information, that we will call as a parameters. So here in BIM, we have some different parameters is also there. I will let you know later. So now you just remind in mind that information means here the properties, that properties we will call as a parameters. Okay. So by giving that parameters, when you are going to make the design, so that M we will call as a modeling. Okay. Modeling means here it's a 3D view. 3D view, because when we are showing something, the object in 3 axis dimension, like X, Y and Z. X, Y and Z. X is length, Y is width, Z is height. So when you are giving X, Y, Z coordinates, that we will call as a 3D view, isometric view. Have you heard this word, isometric? In our engineering subject, we will have a isometric view. An isometric drawing also we are going to prepare. 3-axis view. That is isometric view. So that we will call as a modeling here. Because the services which we are taking, that services we are giving the information. By using that information, we are creating a model. That model we will call as a 3D view model. And here the model is consist with management. Here modeling is with management we are doing. Management means here it's a execution process, or we can say construction process. Because when we are going to design something, that we are going to be construct, that we are going to be develop. So that we will call as a execution. So that execution is consist with management. Because when you are going to create something, the object, that object should be properly clash free at the side. It should be have proper arrangement. So that arrangement we have to work out here for this management only. Okay. So this consists, we will tell as a BIM. So BIM is building information modeling with management. So here the building is mechanical, all this service consists of building, and that service when we are giving some information, that we will call as a parameters, and that parameters when we are going to create some model as a 3D view, that we will call as a modeling, and that modeling should be management with execution information. That should be execution or construction process should be there. So that consists we will call as a BIM. Okay. So here the BIM we will call as a concept and process. Concept and process, or else we will call as a subject for construction. It's a subject for construction. Okay, it's a subject for construction. So BIM is a concept and process. Here the concept and process by subject for construction to work in the Revit. So here BIM is a subject. That subject we have to learn here. It's not a software, it's a subject. So the concept and process along with the subject for construction to work in Revit, that is BIM. And that BIM is consist with this all information. So when we are working, so we have to follow this all information along with this execution process, and that subject we have to work out in a process. So that we will call as a BIM. So here the BIM is totally depends on a Revit. Okay. So here this Revit has been developed from Autodesk company. Autodesk. Okay. So Autodesk company has developed this tool as a Revit, and the Revit has entered in a field 2010. Before it was not there. 2010 it was developed and the marketing has started all over the world. And now 2024 here we are working in, so almost 14 years has been completed. So initially when some product will be come in the market, so many people will be don't know. So slowly the Autodesk people has developed their marketing team, their execution, the process, the product. They have worldwide they have do the marketing, and now many companies in the world they are working with this Revit only, because the benefits, the advantage, and whatever the requirement for the construction is required, they are doing that things in Revit. So that's the reason slowly it is gradually increase the market, and now Revit and BIM concept process in a consultant company or contractor company like as a boom. It's a working as a fluently and it's a very efficiently. So like that it is going on in the market. So I can say that because slowly when the product is going to be developed in the market, so it's a slowly gradually it is increasing, but it's a beneficially for all of them. So the benefits when we will know, that time we will give some own satisfaction. Example, like if you are going to see a movie and if the movie is very good, so how you will do? You will tell many people. That is mouth marketing. So here this product is also has been done in such a way, because when the companies is using this product Revit, so when they will feel satisfaction, they are telling many companies, because this product is very good, we are using, you can also use. So like that this whole market has been going and working in a marketing way like this product. Now the Autodesk people, they are nothing doing, because the company people their own marketing they are doing. Like that. But Autodesk people, they are developing this tool every year with new features, new programming factors, everything is going to be developing. That's the reason every year we are getting some new versions, and every year when we are getting these new versions, all these menus existing what they have, it is exist, but new features it is developing, process it is developing. Like that it is coming in the market right now. So that is the reason this BIM and this Revit combination in the market is working as a boom. Okay, so for this we will working in this field like all the construction companies. So mostly this Revit is developing the model and the designs for the construction company only, newly constructed building only it is going to be work. And right now some of the companies they are also working for the industries also. Industrials, because when they are going to make some fabrication company, some manufacturing company, so that time also the machineries model, the placement of the machineries, the connectivity, everything right now this BIM, the Revit is consist and it is working in the market also. Okay, so like that in the market when someone is working some features of their product or their manufacturing division, so everyone is satisfactioning and they are working in this way. So in this concept, the BIM and Revit is working in the market. So now you enter in this field as a 2024. So I hope that you may also will become a satisfaction guy in this Revit and BIM when you are going to be work for the projects, or when you will learn perfectly for these sessions. So you can also develop your mind and you can also make it say perfections as well. Your colleagues also you will be helpful for every time when you will get it. Okay, so just note down this one. I will go for the next topics. So have